Welcome back to another Elite S&G poker coaching session. We have literally folded every hand so far. This double up turbo. This is a 525 double up turbo. 6 players enter, 3 players win. Just looking for a premium hand. If we don't find a premium hand soon, we will make a couple steals. So another fold. And thank you again for joining me. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone is making a lot of progress with their play and is cashing more often. If the 6-man double ups are your thing compared to the 9-man tables, I hope you guys are cashing above like 50% of the time, probably, at least, Definitely over 50% of the time. It's the only way to be making a profit. Jack 10 takes it down there versus King Queen. I'm actually not too sure of what your percentage should be for the 6-mans. So I'll look into that and get you guys the best answer possible as to what your in the money percent should be if you're grinding only 6-man tables. I know with 9-mans it should be over 40%, definitely. And it seems like 6-man should be over 50%, probably like 55%. But like I said, we'll get you that information. We do flop a set here. There's a flush draw on the board, but we go ahead and we check it anyways. Hopefully player 6 makes a bet here. And we can bet like 100. This bet represents us having the flush draw, basically. But he doesn't go for it. He just folds. We end up with a 4 there on the river. 4, nice boat. Jack's full of 4s, but we didn't get a call there like we wanted. So we pick up King Queen here next hand, and we go for another 3x. We do get a call by player 2. Not exactly our flop. Player 4 bets 50. And again, he's trying to represent the flush draw, but he could have a set as well. Or an overpair or something. So he does get the re-raise. That's what I wanted. And he calls, so maybe player 4 has a set here. Ace 3. Nope, just bottom pair. So it's going to be different here in the low stakes. I haven't played low stakes in a while, so that was a read for mid stakes and up. So he bet it weak because he had a weak hand. That's how it's usually played. They just play it straight up. They have a strong hand, they bet it strong. If they have a weak hand, they bet it weak. And then he gets re-raised and he calls. So he's just out of line. And yeah, it's going to happen a lot at the low stakes level, where a lot of people will be out of line. But it's easy to build your bankroll that way if you just stay tight and aggressive. King 5 here, suited. I think we just let it go here on the button. We do have the blinds raised. And we are looking to add to our stack, but not with King 5 here. We do flop bottom pair. But I like our fold pre-flop. Ace deuce here. We could min raise. I'll just fold this one. Probably will try and raise in the small blind or on the button versus the 2 chip leaders here. And we missed the flop with our ace deuce and the turn, so it looks like a good fold here. Slow and steady wins the race, so just remain patient. We haven't had any hands thus far, really. We did pick up king, queen, and jacks. So I made a mistake when I said that. So, like I said, slow and steady wins the race. And speaking of not picking up hands, we pick up the pocket rockets here. And I do want some action, so I just go for a min raise. I do always usually suggest a 3x, but we do really want action here and would like a player to call at least. But that doesn't happen, and we take it down there with our pocket rockets. Huge hand here. We will 3x with our 4-3. Suited. Player 4 calls. And I think we just bet pot here. Look to take it down. I wouldn't do this too often, but we did hit the flop and we didn't think player 4 hit the flop, and we wanted that pot right there, so we went for it. And it worked out for us that time. Could min raise, but we'll just fold. We have 1-2 pots in a row. Just slower roll for a moment here. A7 on the button, like a min raise. Like a fold versus player 4. Probably dominated by a better ace. Not exactly our flop. And when people limp into my big blind from the small blind, I do like a 3x raise. That's why I raise with the 4-3. And player 2 looks like he's going to take it down here. Never celebrate early, but the flush hangs on. Jack 3. Fold. And we are now 4-handed. Just that quickly. These things fly. They fly by. You can always play 4 at a time, but for learning purposes, I think 1 table is best for low stakes. And if you're trying to get up to 4 tables, I suggest gradually increasing your tables until you're comfortable with 2 tables, and then 3 tables, and then finally 4 tables. So we missed the flop here, and we basically just give up. If he does check, we can bet on the turn. But he bets, we can just fold it here. Ace queen here in the small blind. We pick up a premium hand here in the small blind. We have a limp by player 6, and we will 3x here. We do get called. We will check. Try to slow play here, our queen. We do get a bet by player 6, and we'll just call here. And we turn 2 pair. Just check again, continue to slow play, and we wind up with a boat here on the river, and I suggest just betting pretty light so you can get a call. But it doesn't work out for us. Maybe you check there and let player 6 bet, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna check after he slowed down on the turn. If he double barrels on the turn and you hit your boat on the river, then you could check there and maybe he triple barrels and sends another bet your way. But we'll pick up a good pot there by slow playing. Four, 3 here, just gonna fold it. We have a limper, so we can raise. It's very loose, but we've been tight and aggressive. And player 3 isn't looking to lose any chips with player 6 being short stacked, so we apply the pressure. And take it down there. 4-7, we can just fold. Lovely ladies here. We will almost 3x here to 420. And we take it down with our 420 bet there. Queen 6, just let it go. Player 6 jams here and takes it down. Another jam, and we'll just make player 6 sweat a little bit here for about 15 seconds at least. Just so he's not willing to go all in so easy there on my big blind. Ten 8, we could raise here, min raise, but we'll just let it go. King 3 offsuit, fold. Min raise here by player 2, takes it down in the small blind. I like to always type in my raises and not just click the button. 6-3, I was thinking about, I said 6-3, 6-4 offsuit. I was thinking about min raising there, but I just fold because we pick up 6-4. We do flop a 4, but probably behind on this flop. Probably ahead on the turn, and that's poker for you. And player 3 takes it down there after player 6 shows weakness with the checks. King Queen here offsuit. I like the hand in the big blind. Don't mind a walk as well. And we take it down there. I'll just let the 7-6 go. We can make a min raise in the small blind whenever. I don't think we've made one yet. And it's always good to diversify where you raise. I wanted to raise again, but again we pick up a subpar hand here under the gun. So we just let it go. King 6 here. think we can just fold it. Probably just get walked. We'll just check here this time. It is in our range. He does show weakness, so we will bet here. And we take it down. It's just in the big blind range there. We're not raising pre-flop. And Queen 10 suited here, we can find a min raise versus player 2. Player 6 probably wants to go all in, so he's thinking about it right now. He does go all in. Queen 10 not strong enough to call though, so we do have to find the fold button. Moves all in there with 6.5 big blinds. And he takes it down. Probably has a hand like King 10, King Jack. We pick up King 7 and we fold it. Ten four, I think I'll just let it go. No reason to make a raise there. King 10 here on the big blind. We get raised for 5.5 big blinds. We do have to fold it. It's not strong enough to call off versus player 6 there. You can call with ace 10 or better. And yeah, even ace 9 if he does it repeatedly. Again, we have to fold our 4-3 here. Gonna find a min raise here with the Queen 8. Player 6 has been over aggressive, and I think it's a good spot to make a min raise versus him. Here we will make another min raise, and we will call. We'll call player 3 if he goes all in. Yeah, he's gonna jam flop here. Nope. So I guess we should jam flop. And we take it down. Pretty risky there. You're going to get called by ace king and small pairs. But thankfully he didn't slow play us there. Most players aren't going to slow play you there, so I went for it and it paid off. And we pick up the walk with the queen deuce suited here. Ace deuce here, just let it go. We have enough chips to not need to game anymore. But we will find the min raise here with our ace queen. You could also 4x here, so 6 doesn't think about going all in over the top of you and shoving right here. And we take it down. It'll show. Just so he knows that we had a good hand there. Probably didn't believe us from our king queen jam. Player 2 finds a min raise, and player 3 shoves over the top. Terrible shove by player 3, just a desperate one. But you should always try to get in your chips on the offensive side and not the defensive side. And what I mean by that is just shove when you have that chance to open and basically not defend. it was a player that already raised, and he went all in over top of the player. The player is usually going to have a decent hand, and they did there with ace jack. So we sealed the deal here. So I hope you guys could learn something in this session here. There was some good slow play in this one and some good four-handed play. And thank you for joining me again. I really do appreciate it. Best of luck until next time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, thank you.